Hi everyone, one kit, 10 cards, and it's that time of the month again. This is the Simon Says October 2017 card kit, and I'm going to share 10 cards. And as you can see, a lot of goodies, envelopes, stamp set, adhesive with dye, embossing pen, and beautiful embossing powder, and some beautiful pattern paper. And here we go. For the first card, I used that piece of pattern paper that you see on the right of the screen, and I cut out some of the flowers and leaves from that pattern paper, and I'm just creating a little scene of flowers in the corner of this piece of pattern paper. And it's very simple. I just fussy cut the images out and just adhere them and add a sentiment. For the sentiment, I used the Hero Art copper embossing powder, and it matches all the copper stuff. For card number 2, I'm using the same pattern paper, the leftovers, and I'm just adding it to the center of an A2 size navy card base, and I just used the die to cut out some flowers using the piece of copper cardstock from the card kit, and I'm just adding them over the flower that already exists on the pattern paper, and then I'll just add a sentiment, and that's it for card number 2. For card number 3, I use a piece of pattern paper also from the kit, and I'm going to emboss a sentiment and one of the stamps from the kit, and I'm stamping it with some Versamark ink, and I'm going to add some embossing powder. At first I started with the navy blue that came with the kit and the copper in the sentiment, and then by the end of the card I chose to just add both in the copper embossing powder, and this one's pretty simple. For card number 4, I use a couple of pattern papers from the kit and a piece of the copper cardstock, and just cut 3 pieces of paper and glue them to coming down from the front of the card. Add a sentiment that says happy birthday and one of the die cut flowers, and that's it for card number 4. Card number 5, I used the hot vent die from Simon Says and a piece of hot pattern paper from the kit, and I also added a piece of the copper cardstock in the back of the hot vent. As you can see, it's glittering. You can see the shimmer, and I'm just gonna add a sentiment and a couple adhesive hot enamel dots. I use a piece of the copper paper to frame that card front, and that's it for card number 5. For card number 6, I'm using this polka dot pattern paper, and I'm going to stamp happy birthday above that friend die which I cut out. That die is also from Simon Says Stamp, and it's called Painted Friend, and I'm going to die cut a bunch of that Painted Friend die in black cardstock and then also in the copper cardstock, and we'll put our card together. I also added a piece of copper cardstock at the side and cut out another one of the die flowers, and that's it for card number 6. The Painted Friend die was also used for card number 7. I started by embossing another one of the stamps from the stamp set. It says "You Are Loved," and I'm going to emboss it again with the copper embossing powder. And then I'll add some little hearts using a die also from Simon Says, and the friend die in copper cardstock, and that's it for card number 7. For card number 8, I started with a piece of pattern paper. As you can see, all the pattern papers are full of a lot of copper shimmer and stuff, and I added this piece of polka dot paper also, and then I'm gonna add some of the die cut flowers and a sentiment, and that will be it for this card. Card number 9 is the simplest card in the bunch. I just used a piece of this polka dot paper, and the circles and dots were so bold, I figured it was too busy already, so I just added a sentiment with a little piece of cardstock underneath the sentiment, and that was it for this card. For card number 10, I used another piece of pattern paper from the kit, and I'm adding 2 sentiments. It says "Thank you," and then just want to say "You're amazing," and then I'm gonna add another piece of that copper cardstock in between. Then I framed that piece with another piece of pattern paper from the card kit, and I love that stripe pattern paper in the back. And that's it for the card. As you can see, I added another flower, that cut flower from the kit. So after making 10 cards, I have a couple pieces of pattern paper, and I was trying to hoard that copper piece of cardstock, and I have 1 sheet of pattern paper left and a bunch of other goodies, and here are my 10 cards. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.